What's going on, everybody? I'm Goku, and I bring you guys part 3 of what Goku was born with Cell's potential. After the battle between Goku and Frieza, Goku went on training with Vegeta and Raditz so he can increase his power a lot more. Because of Goku's power, he'll be mighty strong. So strong that Beerus was able to sense Goku in his power, able to sense how powerful Goku is just by his presence alone. Eventually, Vegeta actually would have been able to hook up with Bulma actually way more earlier than original, and Raditz would actually hook up with Launch, and eventually they will actually have kids, way earlier than the original. Because of this, if you're wondering, yes, Future Gohan, as I explained in the previous part, was still actually able to tell them about what happens in the future. In the future timeline, Goku still was considered hard virus as the original. So yeah. Eventually the androids will appear, these being much more powerful androids because of Goku being much more powerful. They're not as strong as Goku, but they're pretty powerful, even able to overpower Raditz in Super Saiyan 2, and even Vegeta after he was able to achieve Super Saiyan 2 himself. But Vegeta was only able to survive out of the two of them, because Raditz used a final explosion to practically damage 18 and remove her arm, while Vegeta's arm was fully ripped off. Only there was nothing remaining from it. Eventually, Vegeta would have trained both Gohan and Trunks. With Gohan possessing the immense potential similar to his father, but the androids being much more powerful, they would actually train so he can prepare to face someone like Gohan. And 17 would be the most one that would be training. Even after Gohan achieved Super Saiyan 2 and even Super Saiyan 4, he's still no match to 17. He's been trying to achieve the same form that Goku has tried to master a long time ago, or even control it best, but he was not able to access it for more than 3 years. And eventually, when Trunks got older and he was able to achieve Super Saiyan by his own thanks to Vegeta, Vegeta sacrificed his life for both of them so they can escape, as Vegeta used a final explosion to try and kill 18, but she was only damaged because she was trained with 17, and due to her power increase, Vegeta was more than a bug to her. Gohan being enraged and wanting to avenge his mentor's death alongside his student's father's death, Gohan felt incredible guilt in him, so he decided to go to the past so he can change the future. Even though if not going to change the future, he wants to become stronger so he can defeat the androids, or even if the other timelines can defeat it. Goku of course agrees with his son and tells him that he has been doing his best, and he promises him that he will help him defeat the androids. Goku then nods as he wishes him good luck for the next 3 years. Goku then nods as he looks back to Raditz and Vegeta, which actually being surprised by the information that he receives, and Raditz also being surprised by his nephew how powerful he has grown after the years. Eventually, the three of them will begin their training with Piccolo, using a tiny chamber as Goku now is able to fully master his true Super Saiyan 4 by the time of the 3 years time skip, while both Raditz and Vegeta were able to achieve Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4 by the time. They will mostly be focused on mastering Super Saiyan 4 so he can have much more power to face off against someone as powerful as the androids, as Gohan proclaimed. The other Z-Fighters who grow incredibly powerful, eventually sent to King Kai's planet so he can learn the Kaioken. Goku actually pick up on this handy technique, so he decides to actually learn from some of the humans and Piccolo himself, able to learn it, but not utilize it that much. He only will keep it as just a safekeeping if he needs it for a little bit. So yeah, when Raditz and Vegeta continue to train with Goku, Goku will get much more powerful. Eventually, Goku decided to revive the dead parents of him and Raditz's parents. And eventually, Goku used the Dragon Balls to revive both Gine and Bardock. Eventually, after them being revived, they were happy to see both Goku and Raditz growing up. Eventually, they will explain about this whole situation, and eventually, Bardock is trained with both Goku and Raditz and Vegeta as well, and he achieves Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 4 by the time. While Gene decides to stick with just Super Saiyan 2 and master it, and Bardock manages to fully master Super Saiyan 4, actually way faster than even Raditz himself, due to Bardock's potential being actually harder than Raditz due to staying by multiple other reasons. So yeah, Goku is still the strongest and way more powerful than even Bardock. And his transformation is kind of a mutation between his potential, so it's kind of practically a natural transformation for Goku, but not for the other Saiyans, which practically makes Goku the most strongest Saiyan that exists. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm adding those much Saiyans so we can have much more for the God ritual. So yeah. Now, if you're wondering, those androids will be much more powerful. And since those Z-Fighters are way more powerful, so will be these androids. Now, in this timeline, Dojo will actually be more focused on perfecting Cell. Yes, Cell been perfect from the get-go. Not just being imperfect, but perfect from the beginning. Yes, there will be no future Cell or something like that. There will only be present Cell and present Cell only. While President Cell decides to absorb both 17 and 18, he kills Jiro on the spot. Deciding to not bother with Jiro's revenge, it just to get the fun out of the battle. Eventually, he faces off against the Z-Fires and eventually tells him that he will give him 7 days of training and preparation. Almost as they consider training, is he getting massive gains. But Goku is the one who gets the most gains out of everyone, almost like Gohan. Gohan, by the time of training, he's able to achieve Super Saiyan 4. And with his power, Gohan is mighty strong. By the time Goku is actually able to almost catch up to Goku, but he can actually achieve the same form as Goku, seemingly as he's a hybrid, but Goku's potential is practically natural for it. But Gohan in this timeline is able to achieve full power Super Saiyan 4. Because of this, he's mighty stronger than the original Super Saiyan 4. He can use Kaioken on top of it, with of course Gohan of course joining as well. Able to of course train with his present self and learn Kaioken as well. With his power, he's mighty increased. Eventually, Vegeta wishes him good luck in their battle with Cell as he handles off his own androids, knowing that they must win. Goku then nods as he wishes his future son good luck. Gohan then appears and eventually is able to deal with the androids in his timeline, but he's wondering what's going to happen in the present timeline. While in the present, Goku and the other Z-Fighters will face off against Cell. The first one to fight Cell would have been Bardock. Bardock, being knowing that he must defeat Cell right here and now, decides to not spare details and powers up to full power Super Saiyan 4, and even stacks Kaioken times 200 on top of his base on top of Super Saiyan 4. If you guys are wondering how is Bardock able to achieve this high of a level of Kaioken, most likely he will be training incredibly hard to increase the multiplier as much of his abilities in Super Saiyan 4. Due to Super Saiyan 4 being much more durable, he most likely able to handle more of the power of Kaioken more naturally. Eventually, even this is actually not enough to even face off against Cell. Cell is just mocking all of them. Even Bardock is no match. Even Raditz and Vegeta are still no match for Cell himself. Goku then face off against Cell, and he tells him that he's gonna be his true challenge. Goku then, knowing that Super Saiyan 4 might not be able to face off Cell, he decides to power up into his true Super Saiyan 4. Deciding not to spare any power that he has as he powers up to full power of the best of his abilities. Then he versus against Cell as they both clash. Cell being impressed by Goku's power, but he tells him if he thinks that Goku is the only one who is able to access the power of a primal Saiyan. Goku is confused as Cell roars as his pupils became yellowish like it, while his skin became gray and his outlines of purple became red. Goku is actually surprised as Cell was able to achieve his own variation of a Super Saiyan 4. Surprising Goku as Cell's power is mighty increased. Almost it's like it's divine in a way, but not in as well. Because of this, Goku is kind of worried that he may not be able to defeat Cell. He then asks for everyone to give their energy, with President Gohan, Raditz, Vegeta, Bardock, and Jiren giving their energy. And that is a required ritual for a Super Saiyan God. 5 righteous Saiyans giving their power to another righteous Saiyan. If you're wondering why is Vegeta a righteous Saiyan way earlier than the original, he shouldn't be, right? Well, because of Vegeta practically being hooked up with Bulma way earlier than the original, he was most likely able to change way faster than the original. So he's actually much more open and actually much more pure-hearted than the original. And this power is not to grant Goku while still being Super Saiyan 4 to achieve Super Saiyan 4 God. Goku's power will skyrocket, so much that it will shake the entire Universe 7 as Goku show his power. With Goku actually being surprised by his power, everyone cannot sense Goku's ki, but still can actually barely sense it, but it's incredibly intense, and by the pressure, they can feel that Goku is mighty stronger than before. Goku then looks at Cell and tells him if he still wants that fight. Cell arrogantly tells Goku to bring his all, with Goku appearing in front of Cell with a powerful punch to his guts. Cell then coughs out blood as he is surprised by the power and speed of Goku. Goku is even surprised himself. He has never felt this much power before. This is something new, something more powerful than he's ever thought of. Goku with a powerful blow then strikes Cell once again, and with a kick, he's able to send Cell flying. Goku then powers up a Kamehameha. With a blast, he's able to annihilate Cell, seemingly ending him from the universe. Eventually, Goku powered down from Super Saiyan 4 God, is seemingly as that energy was incredibly potent, but eventually disappeared. Goku is confused how he's able to access this type of power, but he wants to tap into it again. With, of course, Vegeta, Raditz, Bardock, and Jin actually want to achieve the same power as him. Well, Goku think that maybe it's a one-time thing, but eventually they were able to find him from the Dragon Balls. This was the Super Saiyan God ritual. Eventually they were able to perform the ritual on the other Saiyans, but he can only use it on their base forms, unlike Goku in Super Saiyan 4. Once again, because of Goku having this immense potential, he can combine Super Saiyan God with almost any transformation he wants, more naturally than all of them. Which actually surprises Goku how he's able to practically do that this easily. Eventually, Goku continues his training, but on a far planet, upon the planet of Beerus, Beerus would have woken up by his immense power Goku shown against the Cell Games. With Beerus wanting to train and to see if his power will be able to face off against him, just in case that is someone that he should be afraid of. With Whis deciding to train Beerus since his lord asked him to. And guys, this is the end of the sport. Make sure to subscribe and never miss a new video. See you next time, everyone. Bye.